guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name's Crystal and today we're going to go through how I cover my acne prone skin. So I suffer from oily combination skin, and in conjunction with a bad diet and stress, sometimes my skin does tend to break out really badly, which it has at the moment with the circumstances that we're under. I have been quite stressed and it has decided to show in my skin. So this is what my skin is looking like at the moment. It's really predominantly sitting all along my jawline on both sides, and I do actually have a little bit of texture up here on my forehead as well, but predominantly it all sits around the bottom half of my face. Now that is predominantly hormone based, and stress can impact your hormones and how your body is coping in that situation, and sometimes that can cause you to eat bad foods and it can show in your skin. So I have found a couple of products over the years that are exceptionally good at covering acne prone skin to make it look smooth and effortless, as if you've got barely any acne or imperfections on your skin at all. These are super reliable and they stay on the skin all day, even with your oils. If you do have oily combination skin like myself, I can't speak for dry skin girls, but oily skin girls, I feel you. It's so stressful because certain makeup products can clog your skin and make it even worse than it was before. So we're going to go through my base. I've currently got my eyebrows on already, but we're going to do the base together and I'm going to show you the difference of a before and after. But before we get into the video, if you're new to my channel, if you've never seen any of my content before, please do not forget to subscribe before you leave and give me a follow on Instagram as well. I will have my handles on the screen for you guys to go and check me out, and in the description box below, so do feel free to go and check me out over there. But I'm producing as much content as I possibly can at the moment because I do have the time to do so, and I love interacting with you guys. And without further ado, let's just get straight into the video. Okay, so I already have my brows on just because it will save so much time. The first step in order to get the best coverage for your skin, I am currently not matching my body at the moment. I did a fake tan last night. I wanted to feel a bit more like myself, so I thought I would do that, and I also painted my nails, so feeling a bit more fresh today than I have over the past couple of weeks. One of the most important things to do when you are trying to cover acne prone skin is to establish a really good base. So for me, I know that the Tatcha, the Silk Canvas Primer, works really well for me. It's fantastic in that it fills in the pores, but it doesn't clog the pores, and that's something that a lot of us who have oily to combination skin, we struggle with, because a lot of products can actually make your skin worse, and sometimes by the time you figure out what it is that's actually triggering your skin, you've used so much of that product that it's going to take weeks to actually get over it. So I like to pop it in my problem areas, which is in my T-zone space here. I oil up the most around here, and then I also put it on my chin and on my forehead. And then once I have that down on my skin, I just do a light blend, and then I grab a brush. This one here is just the Zoeva 102 Silk Finish brush, and then I blend that in. So this is how my skin is currently looking. It's looking a lot more smoothed out. It's a lot more balanced, and I can see already that it's sitting really well in my pores, and when the foundation does go on top, it's going to be smooth, consistent, and it's going to be quite balanced. So I love that primer. I've mentioned it a couple of times on my channel. I think it's absolutely incredible. I talked about it in my March favorites. It is expensive, but if you can get your hands on it, it's definitely worth a shot. But the next step is a concealer. So I find that putting concealer underneath my foundation and then putting it on top of my foundation as well, it gives it that kind of double duty sort of coverage, and that is what I'm looking for. Now, one that I love is the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in Medium 1 Custard. So this is my fake tan shade. I love this concealer. If there's one thing that is life-changing in terms of a product, it is definitely this concealer. NARS is hands down one of the best brands for base products. I just grab a Zoeva 142 concealer buffer brush. I just go straight into the product, and then I try to cover majority of my imperfections. So I'll come up close for you guys so you can see, and I usually try to do a layer of coverage predominantly on my jawline. So now we're up nice and close, so you can see that most of my imperfections are here. I even have one on my neck here as well, which we will cover, but it does wrap all the way around, and I do have some that come up my cheeks as well. So what I do is I just literally place the product everywhere where my imperfections are. Essentially at the moment my skin is so bad that we're going to be basically covering half of my face, but this is just setting down the foundation and allowing my skin to be covered. So it's taking away a lot of the redness, and it's basically prepping the skin for foundation. Now, you don't want to squeeze any of your pimples either before putting this on your skin, because you don't want to have any open wounds. So if you do have anything like that, do be quite cautious, because you're literally going to be putting product straight into a wound, which is going to impact its healing ability as well. So it doesn't have to be perfect. I literally just chuck it all over my face, like doesn't need to be blended or anything like that, but I just cover the majority of the big breakouts on my skin, which at the moment is basically my whole face. Now I'm going to cover the one that's just here on my neck as well. It's quite a nasty one, so going in with that concealer and just popping that on top, and then I'm going to take my beauty blender, which is a little bit dirty, sorry, and then blending that in so it's seamless. Now that, if you look up close, that is really well covered, so I'm quite happy with that. I can put some foundation over that later if I like, but for now I think that looks completely fine, so I'll probably leave that like that. I'm focusing more on coverage than anything else. The redness will be taken away by the foundation, but it's the imperfections that have the really strong potent red around them. That's where you need this additional coverage. So looking at my face now, you can see there's bits that are red, but then you can also see parts where I put the concealer, so you can see a lot of my issues are here, but this is what is going to set the precedence for everything. So I'm going to go with my foundation now, which is the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Foundation in the shade Cashew. This is one of the best foundations on the market, aside from the NARS Radiant Natural Luminous Foundation. I can never remember the name of that foundation, I don't know why, but it's the one in the clear bottle. It's absolutely stunning. If you haven't tried that, I definitely recommend that one as well. Also, the coverage on this is beautiful as well. So I'm just going to go in with a beauty blender, and then I'm just going to pop this all over my face, and I'm going to show you how much of a difference it makes on top of that concealer. So focusing that product into my jawline, because I know that's where I face the most problems in terms of my skin, but literally all of that redness is now gone. That foundation is really good at combating that and balancing everything out. So for some reason, I can see on the camera right now when I'm up close, it looks like my face is a little bit lighter than my body, but trust me, they definitely match. So I've just really quickly popped on a lip balm just because I thought I looked a little bit dead without something on my lips. It still looks a bit funny, but I mean, from there, what I like to do is go back with my NARS concealer and just make sure that everything that I wanted to have covered is flawless. So I just go back in with the same brush, and then I look at the areas that may still be a little bit exposed, and then I just go back in with that concealer, and then I grab my beauty blender again, and then I just tap that into the skin. It just gives it that little bit of extra coverage that it might not have had before, and it just makes it look that little bit more flawless. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with the coverage now. Now the next step that I like to do, just to ensure that everything is completely locked down, nothing's gonna move, I like to go in with the Makeup Forever Velvet Skin Finishing Powder. I'm pretty sure that's what this is called. For some reason there's no labels or anything on it, but this came out a while ago. As you can tell, I love this product. It's so good. It's literally life-changing. So what I like to do is just grab the powder, load up my brush, and then press that into the skin. It just gives an extra layer of coverage, and yes, this might be a lot of steps just to get your base right, and it might look a little bit full on for some people, but literally this isn't going to budge. So I'm not quite sure what shade this is in, but literally my perfect fake tan powder shade. I will try and find out what it is, and I'll pop it in the description box below. If you use the Bondi Sands Aero Mousse Tan, this matches perfectly. So just going in with that and then pressing it into the areas of my skin that are the most problematic. It just literally helps all the foundations and everything melt into the skin and make it just look so flawless. So just giving you guys an up close look at my skin now. So as you can see, you can barely see any imperfections in my skin. Most of it is completely covered. You can't really see anything, like there is a pimple here, you can see that that's there, and you'll obviously be able to see the one that's on my neck, but if you were to be standing back from afar, you honestly cannot really see the redness. It's completely blanked out everything. So this has created the best blank canvas for makeup. So from here I would normally do my concealer, but I do have my brows on at the moment and just my foundation. I literally swear by these products to get me through in terms of coverage. Literally nothing else is better than these in the market at the moment. Like, if you haven't tried all 4 of these in combination with one another and you do suffer from acne prone oily combination skin, definitely give these a go. Life changing. Literally, you will not find better. I swear by them. I'm gonna jump off camera and finish my makeup, and then I'm gonna show you guys the final product. Okay, so this is the final look. I end up filming myself doing this makeup look, so I will actually insert the footage, just a sped up version of the clip in this video. But if you look really closely, you can see that you can barely see any of my acne, any of the problems that I have along my jawline here at all. So these products that I use are super reliable, super amazing. They are not cheap. I'll put that out there. They are not cheap, but they are definitely worth the investment. So I can actually see my camera is flashing. It's about to die from its battery. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to my channel. I do plan on putting a lot of content out there for you guys over the next couple of weeks. Also, don't forget to add me on Instagram. I will have my handle in the description box below for you guys to go and check me out. And thank you so much for spending your time with me today. I've really appreciated having you guys around, and until I see you guys in my next video, bye guys.